Hello, friends. We are into this sessions where we are learning how to build a software product, and we started off with getting the requirements and creating software requirement specifications. Then, based on that, designing the various parts of the product, like the user interface design, middle layer design, high level component design, database design, etc. So the next step afterwards is implementing all those designs which we created. Okay. So the first session last time we had was implementing the user interface design, and we created a user interface for our product. Okay. So today we will learn setting up the environment, the software development environment, because before writing us any source code, actually we need to configure and set up all the components so that we will be able to write our source code. For example, we need to connect to the database, so we need to install database on our computer, and then we need to provide a mechanism through which we will be able to connect. So there should be a connection manager kind of thing which will connect to the database. Then database with the IDE, and then we will be using application server, because this we are building a web-based software product. It will be kind of a website, and a website which is dynamic, that means connected with the database, should have a application server. So application servers we need to configure with the development environment. So let us learn about setting up the environment in today's session. So development environments can be anything. For very simple development, you do not need any environment. You just need, for example, you need to write some Java code and execute them. Then even DOS-based console, text-based console can be used to write application, and then you can execute them uh, through the command line. Or sophisticated software development, where you have a sophisticated graphical user interface. You need to design that interface and then construct that interface. So for that you need some kind of editor, HTML editor, and then when you need to connect to the database, so you need to have the database, and then similarly application server. So in today's session, let us see. What I have done is I have used Eclipse platform for developing my application. So you can see on your screen what is being shown is Eclipse environment. And Eclipse is one of the popular development environments for Java. It can also be used for other programming languages like PHP, but most of the time Java is developed using this environment. So when you develop a Java application, you need to have there are actually two versions of Eclipse. One is to develop the simple Java applets, where you have only one in you can say layer. So that is a basic Eclipse, but you need to have Java EE, that means Java Enterprise Edition version of Eclipse, uh, so that you will be able to develop uh, web-based applications and database connection programming, etc. So you need to sure that you have Java EE on your in your Eclipse. If it is not, then you can download more components in your Eclipse, and so that this is what you have to develop this software product. Okay, so if you have this Eclipse, then the two more things you will need is, one is the application server. So application server I have used is Tomcat. You can have any application server and you can register it in your Eclipse. Like I have Tomcat, and how you can connect your Eclipse, your Tomcat with Eclipse is, you go to servers. If you have this Project Explorer open, so you can see servers over here, and right click on it and go for new, and then say other, and in the list you see server in one of the options in to select, then server, then you click on this next button. So it will list a lot of application servers. So one is from Apache, then others like Oracle or BEA systems, etc. So for Apache is the developer which develops Tomcat servers. So I have Tomcat version 8.0 installed on my computer. So you can do the same, like you can download Tomcat from Apache website and install it on your computer, and then you register that this server on your Eclipse by this process. So I have this Tomcat version 8. I will then I can even click on finish or go for some more configuration. Like if I have already some projects which I want to publish to this server, then I can do add, and then I will click the finish button. So my server will be seen over here. Okay, and you can manage your servers from console. So here is the console for servers, and you can see it here. Your server will be shown over here, and if you have any websites published, then you will see the list of websites on this server. Okay, so if you have registered your servers, that is fine. Now you need to configure your database. So if you have embedded database, then from here, data source explorer, you can find out. You can go here and you can say right click it on this and click on new, and you can register this what kind of data base you have. There will be list. So if you have uh, relational database, it will show over here in this list. I don't have, so it is not showing. So that you can select which database, like is it a Oracle or MS SQL or MySQL, etc. And then you can configure it here, and it will be shown here. In my case, I have standalone Oracle installation, so it is not being shown here. It is not embedded. So I will be managing it on from a separate console. Like I have I have this SQL command line, so I can manage my Oracle database from here. I can create databases. I can manage everything. I can connect. Like I can connect to my database. Okay, I can provide username and password, and it will connect. And after that, I can It is taking some time. Oh, okay, now it is connected. So after that, I can I can give SQL commands from here to create database or delete database, create sequence, etc. So all those things I can do from here. Okay, so we have set up the database. We have set up the application server, and we have the Eclipse. So they are all connected. One more thing, like to one more thing you need is uh, connection manager for the Oracle database, because it is not embedded. If it was embedded, then this step was not needed. But since it is not embedded, you need to provide connection managing file. So generally it is ogdbc.jar file. So you can download from Oracle website or from any website from, and for this jar file, and then you can copy it here, and then you will be able to connect your application with the Oracle database. Okay, and now what we will do, so once you have these things set, then you need to create a project in Eclipse. So you go in Project Explorer, and then go to File, New, and since we are developing a website product, and it should be connected to the database, and it will be using application server, so you should be dynamic web project. Okay, so you will have to select this dynamic web project, and then you give the project name, and you can do some configuration like what Java runtime or programming language runtime you will be using, and what configuration you want. So those you can set, and then you can create the project, and it will be shown in Project Explorer, and it will have some default configurations. So some web services will be installed, some interfaces will be there, some libraries it will load, like your application server libraries, like I have this Tomcat libraries, because I already mentioned that it will be web project, and my configuration sets, like which runtime environment I want, I specified, so it has been loaded, right? So uh, you with this step you are all done. The one more configuration needed is, if you are creating some servlet, okay, in in your application, if you have some control, generally in Java they are servlets are the controllers. So if you have any controller, then you need to provide the configuration of this controller, so that your application will understand that some command may need to go to this controller. So I actually used one controller named create servlet. So in my web.xml file, this file is located in web content folder, and then we go to web info, web dash info, and then web.xml. So this file you need to configure, and here you need to provide the servlet name. So I have named it create servlet, and where it is located. So it is located at package pack underscore bank dot create servlet, and mapping, like how this servlet will be called in your web application. So it is slash, and then servlet name. So uh, in my application, say it is at localhost, and this servlet is called, then it will be called at the position localhost slash create servlet, right? So this much configuration you need to do before we start writing our source code. So in the next session, I will show you the source code writing. So we will be creating some compiled classes, and we will also be doing some scripting, both client side and server side scripting, and directly on the web pages. And extension we will be using is .jsp, because we are using the Java platform. So the scripting language with Java platform is Java Server Pages. So .jsp extension. So that's this much for today, and in the next session we will see programming. Okay. So thanks for your time, and bye for now.